With Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown for that all-important race day weekend forecast. Ashley.
It looks great. I think I'll get no complaints from this forecast. The weekend looks great if you're headed out Saturday for Legends Day. Temperatures in the mid-70s, dry air in place. We'll start out with a little cloud cover, but quickly make our way into some decent sunshine. On Sunday, race day, it's going to be a little bit warmer, right? We're going to bring a little heat and a little humidity, but what's race day without heat and humidity? 84 degrees, only feeling slightly warmer, and tonight we've been dealing with rain for much of the night, and the chill has really settled in. I want to show you how things improve. This is Futurecast, our forecasting model. Some cloud cover with us tomorrow morning. We decrease that, and we start to warm the temperatures up. As the temperatures begin to warm up, and it's a slow process in the morning, we have sunshine to help. Mostly sunny and dry by afternoon with temperatures warming to the 70s. So if you're headed to the parade in the morning, going out early, let's say 9, 10 o'clock, I think you'll need the jacket. But once we get to around noon, we really start to warm things up. It becomes more comfortable for us. Temperatures peak in the 70s tomorrow. I'm expecting the mid-70s for Indy, but we still have work to do here. We still have quite a bit of moisture left in the atmosphere, not seeing it as rain as we look live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway now. Lots of cloud cover, but we're starting to see breaks from the cloud cover here. The rain moved out as promised. There's only a stray shower left sitting south of Richmond, Indiana. That will move out in the next 30 minutes or so, and we'll completely dry out and start the process of decreasing that cloud cover in the next 5 hours. Over to you.
Ashley, thank you very much. Well, the rain didn't stop fans from filling the Coke parking lot for CARB Day. That's where News 8's Demi Johnson went to find an interesting story about out-of-state fans that are making the Indy 500 a new tradition.
Cruising through the Coke lot on a soggy CARB day in search of a story, we ran into rows of RVs, people ready to party. Yay! And just when we thought we'd seen it all, we found John Nevin at Jake's Pub. It's an inflatable, portable pub with deep Irish roots, and once a year, it comes to Indiana.
Jake was my dad, and he was back in Ireland, and he owned a bunch of pubs back there, and he called everybody Jake. Men, women, children. Yeah, we're self-sufficient out here. We have everything, our own porta potties, our bar. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, but it does.
Definitely the furthest we've ever traveled to play a show.
Nevin brought his own band all the way from Florida. He met the pair called Audio Orchid while on vacation and says their sound is something Speedway had to hear.
We just kept in touch, and then he said, this next one's on. Come up. We said, all right, let's do it, baby.
The two rented an RV and hit the road. 17 hours later, they landed in the Coke lot to play a gig they'll never forget.
You know, it seems like this is the most proper place to be.
It's definitely a spectacle. A lot of classy people, some nice attire.
While the venue may not be traditional, it's certainly memorable. And for Nevin, that's all that matters.
You know, started off with a little tent and, you know, got a little bigger, then got tired of the tent, got into the RV, and just grew and grew and grew, and now I have the pub, and then I'll have the band.
Oh man, so cool. Hey, race fans have filled up available parking in and around the Speedway. News 8's Adam Pinsker tells us what you need to know if you're heading out to the track. Okay. Adam.
Well, you may notice several red and white parking signs throughout Speedway. Some of them, like on Main Street, allow you to park here for just a few hours, but not on race day. Now, others in some of the residential areas, you can't park there tonight, tomorrow, or on race day.
We always camp here because this is where we started camping 40 years ago.
Chris Haya and his friends have been coming to the Indy 500 for decades. They pay premium price for parking next to the track and plan on spending the entire weekend here. For those planning to park in some of Speedway's residential neighborhoods, police are reminding you not to park where you see these red and white signs.
It restricts our ability to get people home quicker from the race, and it restricts our ability to get emergency vehicles where they need to go.
Lieutenant Jim Teeley with Speedway Police says with about 20 laps left in the race Sunday, traffic on all major thoroughfares will be reversed, so all lanes will be going away from the Speedway. Officers will be out to make sure those lanes are clear.
They're trying to watch for people that might be getting ready to park in an area that is not allowed. We would much prefer to just ask somebody to move before we would have to ticket that vehicle or even tow that vehicle.
Speedway resident Jake Derbyshire absolutely loves seeing his town grow by the thousands for just a few days out of the year, even if it isn't as easy to get around town.
We get used to it over the years. I mean, down on 20th Street, there's a lot of cars going in and out all the time.
Jake doesn't need a car to catch up with family and friends in the days leading up to the race. He lives within walking distance of the track.
I was born and raised in Speedway, and I love it, and I look forward to this weekend every year.
Hello? Can I be on the news?
And for those attending Legends Day tomorrow, there is free parking off of Holman and 5th Street. A reminder that there is a staging area for Uber and Lyft drivers and taxi cab drivers that is off of 10th Street, just east of Main Street. Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. Hey, if you need to know how to avoid race day traffic, INDOT has you covered. Check out this Indy 500 themed map. You can see that the checkered flag is the Speedway. The different race cars and color-coded routes are the easiest ways to get around Indy without having to go by IMS.
At least 200,000 people are expected to line the streets for tomorrow's 500 Festival Parade. We got a sneak peek at some of those floats, including the Best in Show winners from AES. Marching bands, celebrities, and all 33 drivers will be taking part in the fun. Festivities begin at 11:45 in the morning, and the parade starts at noon. Tickets are still available online and range from $25 to $45.
Well, the streets of Speedway celebrating Rockin' on Main just wrapped up for the night. The annual event kicked off earlier today on Main Street. Organizers say there was live music, a beer garden, food trucks, and a kid zone as well. And one man tells News 8 that his family celebrates with a Carb Day cookout every year.
I've missed a race since 1979. Rick Mears won then, and my daughter's had this house here 6 years, I believe. And we've met here Carb Day and Race Day for 6 years here.
Wow, 42 years. One of Kelly's relatives owns a home right off of Main Street, just a few hundred yards from the track. They say the house is their month of May headquarters.
Race weekend at the track may be one of the few places to let loose early in the morning. We sent our Richard Essex out to the track to find the unusual, somewhat weird behavior. Here's what he found.
With a flip of his hair, you could tell Scott Taylor is a serious race fan. He and 6 of his buddies try to be at the race almost every year. This year, Taylor let his hair out, so to speak. Special haircut, the mullet, which he grew just for the race, and he styled it himself yesterday.
Yesterday, myself with some scissors.
What caught our attention with these guys is their wagon. 6 cases of beer packed into coolers and strapped down to a wagon for safe transport. They have 144 beers for 7 guys, and they aren't sure if that's going to be enough to get through the day.
Definitely it's raining. If we watch it rain.
Carb Day attracts 4 distinct crowds. The real race fan, which are the sober people. The casual fan, which is a few beers and then home. And the serious fan, drunk by noon and willing to say just about anything to a TV crew.
Shotgun the beer at 5 in the morning. I didn't throw up, so...
I'm not sure what category of race fans these guys fall into. They are certainly training for the upper echelon of fans with a made-for-TV quick beer shotgun. Down the third turn is where you will find the most serious of race fans. They are not here for the cars. We have...
Well, you know that Richard found a lot of interesting people. Make sure you check out that story on wishtv.com. Listen, fans packed turn 3 for the Carb Day of concerts, and this year's concert theme, rock with a mix of soul. Rock groups Kings of Chaos co-headlined with Rick Springfield. Funk legends Morris Day and The Time opened up the show. It's the first Carb Day concert after a 3-year hiatus. I love me some Morris Day and The Time.
Absolutely, very cool. Hey, the weekend fun at the track continues tomorrow. You can get into the track starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for the Legends Day. That's when you have the chance to meet the drivers and grab photos and autographs as well. On race day, the gates open at 6. As always, the cars will heads to the pit lane at 9, and the green flag waves at 12:45. Hey, Wish TV has you covered for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500. We'll be live inside and outside the track starting at 5 o'clock Sunday morning. We'll give you behind-the-scenes access from drivers, officials, and stories that stand out to help you feel ready for the Indy 500. Check in at any time through noon, Sunday on Wish TV or our streaming app, wishtv.com as well.